Okay, friends, welcome back to Toy Heart. My name is Zach Kinsella, and since it's October 1st, you know what that means? Spooky season! All month long, I am going into deep dives on the art of some of our spookiest, most evil action figures and toys created, at least in my humble opinion. The retro one I have this year will be a banger for the end of the month. I cannot wait. They're two of my favorite figures ever. But first up, I cannot wait. I haven't unboxed this yet. I am super excited. I have a Masters of the Universe Revelations Scareglow, that came from the Pits of Evil. No, it came from Mattel Creations. I'm super excited for this figure. The art on the box is just phenomenal. It's even burnt up at parts of it, which just looks so cool. And I have seen a few shots of this online, but having one in your hand, as y'all know, is a totally different deal. I was a big fan of the Masters of the Universe Revolution cartoon, and the new one, as well as the old Filmation one. Man, I was a kid of the 80s. Like, that was my BS, was Masters of the Universe. He-Man, all of it. All He-Man is welcome in this house. So let's go in. Let's find out what's in the box. And we're going to have some fun. Evil fun. All right, let's get into it. Scareglow. Such a wonderful little cult figure. You can see the box here has some amazingly wicked evil artwork. I love just having something that's line work that I can just dive right into, and especially with this cardboard backgrounds basically that they're using, you can also get to see some of the really wonderful pencil work, as well as the darker line work. Not 100% sure if it was done with pencil or ink, to be honest with you. It looks like it's a combination of both. There's some wonderful line work right around this jaw here, where it just starts to recede back here and you really can't see what's back there. I love the thick blacks down here, as well as underneath the chains. Man, those are some chains I think Todd McFarlane would really be super proud of and super into. But I love his big slash on his skull. He's got evil eyes, but it's kind of interesting because a friend of mine really has a pet peeve of an artist friend, I should say, has a pet peeve of skeleton eyes that look menacing and evil, because they don't really do that. And we all have our quirks as artists, and that's one of his. But this one, I was like, man, it's just this. It's just right. It's not amazingly menacingly evil, but it's also not just regular skeleton face. Let's take a flip on around, and here we get a nice full-size view of our boy, along with a ton of sweet skulls. I thought the way they brought him into Revelation was pretty badass, to be honest with you. I don't really... I've always loved Masters of the Universe. As a kid, that was one of my big things. And plus, they were easier to get for us. We didn't have a whole lot of money. So Masters of the Universe and G.I. Joe is really where I lived. I love Transformers, but really I could only watch the TV show, which was a bummer. So that's what our box looks like. Man, he is there's nothing on the sides, which is fine. I'm not really a box keeper, but you just pop them open right up top here. It's got a little Revelations logo. We'll take it on out. We have instructions. And look at this. And this is where the real money is. So, let's see how long this will take me to get out. Answer is not as long as I thought. Yo, he looks amazos. So that is my first time opening this guy up. He has instructions, just a bunch of also goonish whatever here, but it just shows you kind of you'll get your contents, box, Scareglow, staff, sword, 2 hands. Oh, and it's battery operated. You don't say. All right, so let's take a turn around first. So we have the Scareglow logo right over here, which is reflective. You can see it just come turning around. It's kind of like a book, honestly. Book of the Doomed, Book of Evil, with a really sweet, like, embossed crystal on here and all the different, like, little runes. Very stoked. He's a little beat up right down here, but that's okay. We're not keeping him in the box because that's not my thing. All right. I'm going to pull this little slider off here if I can, which, you know, you got to watch out because you'll damage it. So if you are interested in keeping the box, just be careful as you slide this off. It's very thin cardboard, but here he is, Scareglow, back behind here, and you can see him on both ends. I'll turn him around. So he's got a nice cloth cape here. He's got a little fuzz left off from the package. Man, so the box does cool stuff. You can reach right in here. There's no... Yeah. All right. Let's see. So I got to put some batteries in there. So that's why he doesn't do anything. But, you know, when you do push it, it goes... lights up. Well, he's lighting up in here. Okay. So there's some lights. You can't really see him that well. It's really tough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some light on him for a hot minute. Then we're going to turn off the lights. Yeah, he's cool. He's real cool. I'm pretty stoked I got this. He has a translucent head. Gosh, he has the two power sword pieces. I can keep opening up here. Yeah, this reminds me. Oh yeah, he flashes. Let's turn the light off here. This I might keep this in the box, dudes. This is so cool. Man, he is awesome. Look at that light coming down onto him. And then you can kind of see him glowing in the dark. I have night mode on my phone, so you know, it's a little tougher to see, but I'm gonna hit that flash again, and good gravy. This is cool. Like, hell yeah. This is the kind of stuff I come for in an action figure. It is wickedly fun to have this kind of built-in feature. He's got black lights on the side. You can see the master sword, the sword of power lights up. He's glow in the dark. He looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna see if I can turn down the brightness and let him flash in there. Yeah, this is just one of the coolest things I've ever gotten as an action figure. So with that being said, it's a little hard for the video to do it justice, right? But this is something that is just way cool. It is a Masters of the Universe masterpiece. All pun intended. So what you can see here, like, I can go into a whole lot of packaging details, but holy cow, look at that thing. Man, that is just like way too much fun to see him like come in like this. And it closes magnetically, which is nice. But all these little layers like remind me of like the old King Kong, right? Like they had like foreground, middle ground, and background for figures. And that's how, when we're as artists, like we really train to like beginning like as one of the like primary, I wouldn't say rules, but techniques. You use like foreground, middle ground, background. Something to always keep in the back of your mind as you're drawing and as you're making a piece. I try to think of things these days more as like environmental. Like it's a more, I don't know if it's like holistic, but I like to everything to feel like it's all part of one scene rather than foreground, middle ground, background, because that just seems too disconnected for me as an artist. And I just really want to like give some love to the team that made this, because like this feels like an environment. Like, oh man, this is so exciting to have open. I got them a few days ago and I just waited for this video so I can get like the Halloween vibes, the spooky vibes. Holy cow, man. Like, so this is magnetic. It locks over there. I can get my god Skeletor out. I should do that. So he is, I don't have any scissors with me. I'm actually going to keep him in the package for a hot minute. Just to give him a turnaround. So you see like you have like the two sides of the power sword there. You'll have like his super sweet staff. He's got like Misfits lime or like fluorescent green going on with his hands and his alternate hands. Translucent head. Like, I'm going to do one on God Skeletor as well here soon. And not only do I just love Masters of the Universe, I'm a big World of Warcraft guy back in the day, and I was just like, dude, like, I really, really wish there was a solid World of Warcraft line of figures that also included, like, some of the, like, instance villains, because this and, like, that Skeletor come off as, like, man, they're, like, very similar to that. So it geeks me out. So I have to grab some scissors. I'm going to do that, and then we're going to bust him out. We'll talk about his sculpt and design, and we'll see if I can keep him in this package, because I feel like that's one thing, like, usually I don't display things in package, friends. I'll be super honest with you. But, like, this feels like a complete piece that should be in this package or can be removed whenever I want. So bear with me, and I'll get scissors. All right, back. Let's get this going. So he's got a little, one of those super annoying tag things here. Yeah, that makes life easy. All right. I'm going to try and keep this stuff in here, but I really want y'all to get an idea of what he looks like. And I might just honestly, yeah, I'm going to, I'm throwing this plastic crap out because he can stand just awesomely right inside here. Look at this bad mamma jamma. Wow. Scareglow, baby. And he's got, like, yep. He's got a cape that's all metal wired out. That's soft goods. Like, this is hitting all my, like, super nerd action figure dork geek out, mark out, whatever you want to call it. Like, this is awesome. It's bananas awesome. So I'm going to stand him right there because he's just not standing up too well. So let's get into this art, right? Like, what a sweet figure. So here, I'll show you the hands right quick. He's got two hands. Like I said, very Misfits-esque. If you're a big fan of the Misfits, then you know these hands, right? He wants your skull. He needs your skulls. Cool. Super cool. Right. Power sword. Look at this bad mamma jamma. It is a sweet sword. It is huge. Like, this is a massive honking sword, man. I am just, yeah, solidly geeked out by, like, the purple and the gold. If you also, like, here's one more thing, is, like, if you haven't watched the He-Man, like, the kids show, what a great show. Like, just a super cool show. I'll stop gushing there, but both of the new Masters of the Universe shows I am just hooting and hollering about because they are cool. So then his staff with his Reaper vibes here. All green, except for, like, again, like, not too shiny, but all just green. One paint application, except for right at the edge here, which is a great continuity to, like, everything on here. And just, like, I'm going to bring him forward just a frog's hair so everyone can see him. Stand him up in here, see if he's able. Yeah, okay. So one of the things I really like to talk about with these Masters of the Universe Revelation is the theme. Mattel is so good. Their designers are so wonderful with a consistent theme for these figures that repeats and ties every piece of this character together. There's not a part of it that ever feels like left out or, like, just lost in the chaos. They know how to break up a character so that things stand out. So that's really what I'm going to talk about, diving into the rest of this character. So a couple things you'll notice. I'm just going to do a turnaround real quick, like always. I'll move him back just a bit. So from the front, this is nice because I can just hold him by the cape. So you can kind of see him. I'm going to come in just a little bit here. So what you can see by the front, you can see him by the side here. He does have, like, a, that's weird. Like, this is like, hey, wash this in warm water. Kind of tag back there. Like, Scareglow, your tag is showing. So side view here. Bring him over just a little bit closer so y'all can see him better. So front view, side, of course the back, right? So he is just wonderfully beefy, super posable, of course. So I usually go into the posability of a figure, but he is nice and sculpted out. Just a great figure. I'm going to change my view just a little bit here, so you can see like the translucence. I can't wait to get into it, because like he just looks menacing, evil. I'm going to come in closer so you can see him just that much better. Translucent skull, great sculpt on that cowl. Look at that collar. That's a Batman thing. So you can see like all the little like hash mark lines just to give him some color texture. Jeez, I'm sorry, what's wrong with me, guys? And then like all the drapery here, like there's so much nice texture in this cloak, which then feeds into the soft goods. And you know, I don't mind that it's all one color. I know some people are kind of particular about that. Like the only thing I could think that would make it cooler would be like, you know, if the sides were singed a little bit, and I might take, you know, I'd be tempted if I was a customizer to come in and take a little, you know, candle lighter and just give it a little tinge on the sides. But then, knowing my luck, the whole thing would catch on fire and I'd burn my entire apartment complex down. So, then said again, that Misfits like fluorescent green vibe is here. You can take this off pretty easily. I'm not going to worry about it. You can see like his chest piece. He's got some great articulation that lets him move. There's got to be a ball joint in there. But there's the body itself, very smooth. Just like his gauntlets. So he has kind of like the old Master of the Universe gauntlets, but those are like metallic purple gauntlets right there. And seeing they repeat on the belt and down on the shoes here, which is really nice. One other thing I'm going to go back up here to notice is, like, speaking of repeating, is the cloak texture repeats on his skirt here. So that's always, and it opens up on the side, so you can, like, you know, he can do a nice Shawn Michaels super kick to He-Man if he wants to, or to you know, Skeletor and make him his own Marty Jannetty. So, so he's got some nice range of motion, but you can still see, like right here, just like the classic figure, you have like that that green bone going on down over here, and it hides right into his gauntlet. But it, like, again, it repeats 1, 2, 3. And the gray is very sparing here. They're just for, like, you know, the pads right above his, like, calves here. But it also is the same gray that's up here that holds his cloak together with this chain. Just a superb job doing it. It's kind of funny, like that. It's just like on the packaging, they have like the big cracked skull and then like the menacing eye view. But it looks more like man, I keep going back to Warcraft. It keeps reminding me of like the Burning Legion kind of vibes, with like that with that head logo, like they're very Illidan-esque. And again, I wish there was some World of Warcraft figures, but I'm gonna stop talking about that and get back to old Scareglow here. He is just so cool. I think like Mattel really knocked it out of the park. I'm really excited to see like what what the general release figure is, because like, man, this is top tier for me. This is probably one of the best figures of 2021. I'll make a best of list at the end of the year. The only thing that could stop this from being on the top 10 might be that Sergeant Slaughter that's coming on the way here. But I digress. Really, you know, the nice thing about these figures, let's get back on track, is that while they're like super articulated and there's lots of posability, they feel sturdy. Especially this one. I don't, you know, I got the HasLab Sentinel. I had no problems with the knees at all. Very gracious for that. But like, this figure is nice and he's tight and he's very well put together. My God Skeletor, if I can find him here real quick, he tends to fall right over on his face. I don't have this problem with this guy. He is awesome, just an amazing figure. The art and design on this is impeccable. Like, when you take him out of the packaging, he stands just fine inside of here. You know, I'll probably bend up, you know, this to where he looks just like a badass hanging out inside of this. This is like one of the coolest figures I've ever had and ever seen. I'll pull him out of here just so we can talk a little bit more about that box, because it is cool. We can put him back here. Why not? Yeah, so there is a piece of plastic there, but you don't see it. But like, man, look at that artwork. I have to find out who designed this. That's my bad for not finding out first. But this packaging is just as much of the figure's art as is the figure itself. I'll be honest with you. And like, I just want to have like, you know, I want to get that Tila now so she can be coming across him and being like, oh crap, what is this thing? Scareglow. So really that's, I'm going to go get like my God Skeletor and we'll compare them real quick. All right, here they are. God Skeletor and Scareglow. You know, but I'll just sort them up here real quick. The thing about like these two figures is that, yes, they're very comparable, but I think you can tell, like, as large as he is, I'm a bit more impressed by Scareglow. I think already in this line, which is pretty damn cool, is that they're already making quality leaps and bounds. And I mean, it could be just because this is, you know, technically a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive or Mattel Creations exclusive, but I couldn't care less. This is just so cool. And I think they really, you know, they pair well together, if I could say so myself. I am here for all sorts of evil bad guy stuff. Like, this is my BS. Like, no doubt. Like, I love them both. Let's turn off the lights. Yeah, baby, this is cool. That Scareglow pops in the dark, right? Just a wonderful figure. And, you know, if you got your hands on him, consider yourselves very lucky. If you get the chance, pick this sucker up. I love him. He is just definitely one of the reasons why I started this channel, in that this is a piece of art. No BS, no lies. I am in love with this figure. Get yours, display it. It's awesome. More MOTU. And that's what I got to say about the art of Scareglow, baby. Yeah, so, like, how wild was that? Like, he is, like, Mattel, you guys made one of the contenders for Figures of the Year for me. I did not think it was going to be something I'd be that excited about. When I went in there, I put my order in for Sergeant Slaughter, and I put my order, I was like, oh, I'll get a Scareglow. Excuse me, master. My Skeletor voice is pretty good, I know. We're going to do some more fun with that on TikTok later. But really, yo, what a phenomenal figure. The box that lights up, it glows, it goes crazy. Oh man, I'm marking out. I'm having a great time. As always, over here I'll have a couple of pictures, but on our Instagram at the Toy Art Show, I will have, there's no we, I'm a one-man army here, baby. I'm going to have some great pictures from the photo shoot I just did with some really cool night mode effects inside that. So check that out. Of course, always like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see this spooky season. I have some ideas, but evil has its own ideas sometimes. So please, let me know what y'all want to see. And, of course, share this with your friends. Let's all enjoy some Halloween fun together. Let me know what you think. Let me know what they thought. That'd be awesome. Great. And until next time, y'all take care. So if you don't know what toy art is, what I do is I do a deep dive into toy art. Duh. But I do have a little trailer feature. Either here or here, I can't remember. It's going to be on the sides over here. But I also have this in a full playlist of all my previous videos I've done. I love toys. Let's talk some more about them. Thank you again so much for stopping by. Out. Please subscribe. Please share with friends. I have a trailer over here talking about what I see as a vision for the show. And then, of course, a playlist of previous episodes. We're brand new. I want to see some more growth. I want to see more people enjoying toys with me. So let them know, share it out, and thanks again for coming on in.